where does it exist? Where do you have to search for it? Where do most people look for it? A lot of times people find it where? Where do most people find courage? Well, they find it in the bottom of a bottle, in the bottom of a pill. They find this place, they find this thing called courage in places outside of them, only so that they could do what? When you find courage on the outside of you, when you find courage in a bottle, in a pill, in a idea, what are you doing? This whole thing that you're doing is you're activating chemicals in your brain. And the reason that we're not allowed, why are we not allowed to have courage more often? That's the conversation I really want to ask you, is why are we not allowed to have courage all the time? So often when we're growing up, right, we're told that courage, use my courage. You got to find your courage. You got to be courageous. Well, what if you found out you already were? What if you realized that you were already courageous? That makes sense? Because you've already got it. It's already there somewhere. The question I have for you is why do we have to go activate it? What turns off your courage? Is it called living an average life? Is that what turns off your courage? Living an average life? When you decide that courage is going to be something you want to use all the time, you have to find the source. Now, for many people, they wind up finding the source, and it's usually a new mindset. More often than not, people find courage. They find that they have faith. Faith is not necessarily courage. I can have faith and not be courageous. But for most people, finding their faith gives them the courage, the belief in something, the ability to believe in something. This is when people, they'll start to pray. I think prayer is an amazing thing. I know it to be miraculous in its nature. So the question then becomes, how often do you pray? How often do you pray for courage? How often do we pray for results? Right? There's that meme of the priest that's going around, the picture of the minister, and he says, I asked God for patience. Did he give me patience? No, he gave me moments to where I could become patient. I asked for strength. Did he give me strength? No, he gave me moments where I could be strong. See, this whole idea of courage, of being able to step up for yourself, the ability to step out for yourself, the ability to leave your old identity behind is one of the most courageous things that's needed in your life. The reality is also pay attention that people say, well, I've got to get out of my comfort zone. I believe that your comfort zone, our comfort zone, my comfort zone is a pain zone that I've become comfortable with. How many of you have a favorite pair of shoes that when you wear them, you probably have an indication, there's going to be a clue, you have a pattern that your feet are going to be a little bit sore after wearing them? You know what I'm talking about? How many times are we in a situation that when we need courage to go publicly speak, when we need courage to be the president of the PTA, when we need courage to make a presentation at work, when we need courage to ask for help? We have a similar pattern that we become aware of, that whenever we become courageous, whenever we step out of our pain zone, we usually wind up with some kind of hurt, disappointment, frustration, aggravation, unsettling feeling. My daddy said when I was little, the one in the front of the room with the pen makes the most money. So I didn't do very well in school. I used to carry that around as a badge of honor. And now it's just a fact. First semester in high school, a 0.9 grade point average, a 0.9 GPA, not even a 1, a 0.9. I used to carry it around as a badge, but that badge was so big it was a shield. Do you have a badge of honor that you carry around that is so big that it's a shield that doesn't let you get through, that doesn't let you use your courage, that doesn't allow you to step out, to step up, to step into your best self? That was my education definition for me. I can't be good enough. I can't be like them. I'm not smart enough. It took courage for me to realize that somebody else's testing of me shouldn't determine my own testing of myself. What tests have other people made you pass that have kept you from taking the biggest exam called life? Courage. It's time you own it. Because listen, here's a question for you. Does fear own you? When something uncomfortable comes up, do you step into fear? Does fear own you? Is that the thing that you're going to pay with the next time you decide to move your dreams closer, to move your success closer? Is you're going to pay with fear, or do you pay with courage? To this morning, if you wrote down your goals, are you paying for it with fear, or are you paying for it with courage? I can promise you, it seems like it costs more when you pay with courage because you seem to have a lot less of it. Think about it. Here it is, the end of the month. Are you waiting on next week's paycheck? What's the paycheck going to be next week? Fear or courage? And when you make that decision, when you make that definite major purpose of understanding how you are going to be paid, what you are going to begin to pay with, imagine if you just started to pay with courage. You'll realize it takes a lot less courage to pay for a new idea than it does fear. It takes a lot of fear. We've built up a tolerance to fear, so it takes more and more and more and more fear. How will you pay today with courage? What can you do today to add courage into your bank account, to go double your courage investment? It's time you own courage. The fear was never yours. The brain looks for two things. Will this kill me, or how fast could I recognize the pattern? It doesn't say, is this fearful? It says, will this kill me? And how many things have we put so much fear into that we literally, our body knots up? Speaking doesn't kill you, although people would rather die in a fiery car crash than publicly speak. Speaking doesn't kill you, but we have made it such an intense feeling. Asking people to join you in your business is not going to kill you. The brain is triggered, though. Rejection can kill me. I've not seen anybody die yet from a no. I've seen their dreams die. I've seen their passion die, their mission die, but I haven't seen anybody die from a no. It's time to own your courage. Put a for sale sign out today. Fear for sale. I bet you nobody's going to buy it. So then why are you holding on to it if it's worth less? I'm your brain training, courage instilling misfit, Sean G. Murphy. If you want to learn more, follow me at SeanGMurphy.com. If you want to join me for the VIP community, go to finallyconscious.com, and you can join me there, and you can join us in the daily conversations and live Q&A, which is where I'm going to go right now to have a conversation with the VIP community. And I'll see you where? I'll see you at the next event. Thanks, everybody. Erica Murphy, love you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. And YouTube, love you tons. Appreciate you. Have an incredible, fantastic day. I'll see you where? I'll see you at the next.